Hey everyone. So, for my first podcast, I wanted to sort of make a splash and share one of my favorite experiences, sexual in nature. And this one was probably maybe about a month and a half ago. And of course, being a gay in the modern era, I am a frequent user of the Grindr app. If you don't know what that is, you should probably Google it, but it's similar to apps like Tinder, which I'm sure you definitely heard of. And the difference is that this connects you to other men in the area that are nearby to you, and you can see everyone who's nearby. And I'm 24 years old, but of course there is something extremely hot about an older sort of man type. And I had been talking to this guy who is about 40. He's about 6'3", I'm 5'9", and big muscle build. I'm just an average build. And actually, I actually met him a few years ago off the app, and I was still a student in college, and he came to pick me up from class, and he actually blew me in his car, and that was an experience in and of itself because I was so young, and I mean, I'm still young now, but it was just really sexy and exciting. But anyway, so we didn't see each other for years, and he, we, we caught up. Of course, we exchanged nudes because that's what you do on Grindr, and of course, he was sexy as hell, massive cock, and he we came up with a time that he was going to come over, and it was going to be a certain time, but of course, as things happen, he couldn't make it. So one morning, I wake up, and of course, I have to get ready for work, and he hits me up and he wants to know, he says he's in my area and wants to know if I can come over. And I said, if he can come over, excuse me. And I said, of course, but I have to take a shower first. And I'm sure all you guys know what I mean when I say morning sex can either be the best or be the worst. So, that being said, before I'm even done my shower, he's knocking down on my door, anxious to get in here and fuck the shit out of me. And so I let him in, still wet, still nude, and he comes up in his suit and tie and, well, takes me right to my room where I start to undress him, and I pull his shirt off, his tie off, and I just fall to my knees and start worshiping his cock immediately. And I start sucking it and playing with his balls. And then as I'm sucking his dick, he sort of put his hand on my face and directed me upward toward him where he held me and just made out with me. And he's really one of the best kissers I've ever kissed. It's just so sensual. And he pushes me backward onto my bed where he gets on top of me and starts making out with me and turns me over and tells me to put my ass up in the air. And I was just so hard at this point. And he sort of grabs my hips and spreads my cheeks and starts to eat me out and honestly penetrate my asshole with his tongue. It was the hottest thing I've ever experienced. Um, and I'm just moaning like a bitch this whole time, thinking, "Oh my God, is he gonna make me come from fucking tongue fucking me?" Really cool experience. And finally, he asked me if I'm ready for his cock, and I said, "Fuck yes." And so he has me get on my back and he inserts his cock. And at this point, I'm just in complete ecstasy. And he fucked me and fucked me and fucked me until finally I just came hands free. And then he shot on my stomach, and it was this really hot, creamy liquid. Hottest load, hottest experience. Um, so that's it for my first experience to share with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. See you next time.